Stay tuned and let's finally build this Marvel Legends Thor, Love and Thunder, Korg Build-A-Figure. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and remember you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we have came to the end of yet another wave of Marvel Legends. This time round it was all about the MCU. As in front of me we have the Marvel Legends Thor, Love and Thunder, Korg Build-A-Figure, and I have all of the pieces I need to build Korg on the table. Now I have to admit, when Korg was sort of revealed as the Build-A-Figure, I wasn't massively excited as we do already have a Korg from the Ragnarok movie, but of course they have updated his costume design, so we get a new Marvel Legend. So to get all the pieces for Korg, you will need to buy 6 of the 7 figures in this wave, which are, you don't need Armand Thor, he has no Build-A-Figure piece. You need Mighty Thor Jane Foster, Gore, King Valkyrie, Ravager Thor, Star-Lord, and Groot. You buy those 6 figures, then you will get all of the pieces that you see on the table. Now this should be very self-explanatory. We get 2 arms in the body. I haven't heated it up, I probably should, or I'm going to need some behind the camera strength, but the 2 arms go in there, the 2 legs go on there, the head goes on there. All right, let's fast forward. Pow, and a bit of movie magic, and here we have our Korg all built up. And I must admit, there's more newness on here than I first expected. It isn't just a straight repaint or redeco of that previous Korg we got in the 2-pack with the Grandmaster, I believe. There is a lot of newness here. So of course we will do a straight up comparison, but we have seen Korg in the trailer, and we do know he is rocking this new gear. He's got trousers on now, of course, if that's a big deal, and a lot of harness pieces, and then he's got like a goat or something on here. Now we do know those goats are obviously they've got names and everything, but I can't remember them right now, but they're part of the new Asgard, if you will. So yeah, I'm assuming Korg has just been playing a lot of Fortnite on New Asgard. But here is the Marvel Legend, all the same, to add to our Love and Thunder collection. But of course we want to see the differences between the previous one, right? So let's do a side by side comparing our 2 Korgs. As you can see, both very unique in regards to their outfits and character design, so you can understand why Hasbro wanted to revisit him for this particular movie. The biggest difference for me though, I was going to say skin tone, but he's made of rock, so the rock tone, if you will. The previous Korg is a lot darker, like a dark blue-grey compared to the lighter blue-grey on this new Love and Thunder Korg. Also, the head sculpts are unique as well. If we take a closer look at them, you can see the previous Korg is a little bit happy with a blacked out mouth, blacked out eyes, and the new Love and Thunder Korg a little bit more serious. He hasn't got that open mouth gesture, but the head sculpts do seem similar otherwise. It's just the expression and the colour palette they've chosen. And also now Korg's wearing more clothes. If we go back to looking at the figure, obviously now he's got the blue trousers on with the red sort of pattern, and then he's got the furry sort of shin pads, if you will, as well as the furry sort of piece around the neck, that collar piece, and then it's just got lots of harnesses with some gold highlights and that big gold sort of belt buckle piece as well. So yeah, still clearly Korg, but just an updated costume design for this particular movie. And as you can see, the 2, they're both scale quite well next to each other, but they are unique to their particular movies. The weapon does seem the same though, just with some different deco hits. Let's take a closer look at some of these new details on Korg, mainly with the gear he's wearing. And we've got this new furry collar piece that sits over the shoulders attached to this harness, which seems to be an overlay on the rocky body. The same with these sort of pieces on both of the forearms, and you've got a little wrap there on that shoulder as well. But that goes all the way around the back, as you can see. And yeah, it's a separate piece over the rocks, but it sits there quite nicely as well, to be fair. And yeah, the articulation is in that top diaphragm ball joint up there, so you do get some back and some forward and tilt as well, but not too much because he's a big rocky guy, of course, so I'm not mad about it. The belt piece matches the harness pieces in regards to the colour, that sort of leathery brown. We got that gold medallion of one of the famous goats of Asgard. They've both got names, but I can't remember, but still, that's nicely done. And then we've got those little sort of metal nodules going all the way around. Is nodules a word? I don't know, it just came to my head. But yeah, they go all the way around the bout, and they are also on studs. Studs would have been a better word. Yeah, there you go, studs. I wish I never said nodules now. But yeah, we got these leathery texture with the studs on the forearms on both sides. And these come off as well, I think. If I took that hand off, I could literally take the gauntlet off on the forearm if you didn't want it. And he has got double jointed elbows as well and a swivel at the bicep. Let's put that back on. So as I said, they are straight up separate overlays. Double jointed elbows, but obviously not too great because he's a guy made of rocks. But we have got a swivel at the bicep, and the shoulders will go all the way up to 90, which is not bad at all. So there's your upper torso, upper area. These flaps are attached to that top bout piece as well. And there's both a flap either side with gold bits on it. Same on that side. And then he's got the sort of funky trousers on with a nice sort of weird pattern on it. I wouldn't wear them myself. Sort of look like pyjama bottoms, don't they? But it's got a bit of blue and red. And his legs are like, I don't know, like his legs just won't go neutral. Do you know what I mean? They're always like really wide. Like the other Korg, you could actually get nice neutral legs on if I bring him back in. See the nice neutral, where this Korg is like consistently opening his legs. So I don't know what he's waiting for, but he's got the knee pads, which is that same leathery texture with a bit of gold on. And then you've got the fur all the way around the shins, and they've sort of got some wraps on or some straps of that sort of brown. But these are nicely painted, nicely sculpted with a little bit of dry brushing or something to bring out the detail of the sculpt. And as the shadow hits it as well, it creates some nice tones. Then you've got the rock toes, if you will, just toe little rocks. Is there a pivot? No, but there's obviously an ankle pivot and rocker at the feet. That's not a problem, but there's no boot swivel. But we do have double jointed leg. Oh, these legs just come off, but they are double jointed knees, but obviously hindered, if I can get that leg back on, hindered by the thickness, of course, of the legs. But yeah, it's just those legs won't, I want them to be like that, and instead they're kicking out like that. The articulation, oh, bloody hell, this leg is very loose. The articulation does go out a little bit though, and also forward too, as you can see. So you'll be able to get him in some decent poses, I'm sure. We get one open palm hand and then one gripping hand. And of course, that is for his weapon, which is right here. It is exactly the same weapon that we've got with the other Korg. Now he's obviously updated and got a bit of gold and then a bit of grey as well. And then you've got those studs on the top as well. And yeah, he holds that no problem at all in his one holding hand like so. And he can grip that, not a problem. And you can probably get it resting on his shoulder or something like that. Or, of course, use the open palm hand. Bloody hell, everything keeps falling apart. And you can just rest it on the hand like so. So yeah, this Korg looks a little bit more ready for business, if you will, and a little bit more colourful as well. But yeah, a lot more difference here than I initially thought, and probably justifies the new figure. Moving straight into some comparisons, just one last time looking at our Build-A-Figure Korg compared to our previous Korg. So we've basically got Ragnarok and Love and Thunder, and as I said, they scale about the same height. It's just that I can't get his legs to go straight like that. If that was the case, he would actually be taller than the previous Korg, but the legs just keep going wide out, so it sort of makes him the same size. But that's a point of frustration. I want him to stand like that, but he's standing like that, annoyingly. But other than that, there's our differences. As I said, it's all about the skin tone and the new head sculpts. Here we have Korg compared to a couple of members of the Guardians of the Galaxy with Star-Lord and Groot. Here we have Korg compared to two versions of his best mate Thor. We have the Armored Thor and then the Ravager Thor. And I wonder which one gets more screen time with this version of Korg. Bringing in the ladies, here we have Korg compared to King Valkyrie and the brand new Thor, Mighty Thor Jane Foster. Against my white background, you're probably not even going to be able to see him, but I promise you he's there. Here we have Korg compared to the villain of Thor, Love and Thunder. It is, of course, Gorr. Then, of course, let's bring everyone together. So here we have the full Thor, Love and Thunder Korg Build-A-Figure wave. And make sure you stick around on the channel because you know I will do a recap and ranking of this wave, telling you my least favourite to favourite. And quite honestly, right now, I'm not too sure what my order is. So stick around for a recap and ranking very soon. Here we have Korg compared to Frogman and Tigra. And last but never least, here we have Captain Britain and Hal Fire Hank. So, final thoughts on this Marvel Legends Thor, Love and Thunder Korg Build-A-Figure. Now, as I said, I wasn't massively excited to see Korg revealed as the Build-A-Figure for this wave. I don't really know why. It's not because I don't like Korg, it's just it's a character we already have in figure form, and because we hadn't really seen the trailer or the movie at the time this was revealed, we didn't really think it justified a new figure. We didn't think the character design had changed that much. But now we have seen the trailer, and now I've actually built this figure and had a closer look. There is a lot more difference here than just an initial repaint or redeco like we originally thought. There's a lot of new here, as the character design has been given a little update for the new movie, so I guess it does justify a new figure, so he fits in better with the more accurate figures from this wave. So at the end of the day, I'm not mad about it. I would have appreciated maybe a Meek accessory, like that would have been great to make it a little bit different, and it's a new character. We're missing a Meek for our collection, and we have seen him in the trailer as well, wearing a suit, I believe, or a dress or something, but still, this is still a nice figure. If you're brave, maybe you could hit that sort of rock skin with a dark wash yourself, and that would really make it pop a little bit. But other than that, it is a very interesting design. I'm sure he is in the new Asgard playing some sort of role in the new movie. But again, this wave just makes me excited to see the film. So of course, you know, I'm going to do a recap and ranking, as I've already mentioned. So look out for that. Go and check out the rest of the reviews for a deeper dive on each one of these figures via the videos tab. Check the playlists, but most importantly, please, 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 hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. Hit the notification bell. Don't miss an out of any video. And please hit that join button. Become a channel member. Either show some love or join the members club. Much, much appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And guess what? I'm on Twitter as well. Tweet me at Dan Who Reviews. And until then, people, my name is Dan W. And I will, of course, see you on the next one.